Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Vineet Mittal with us, the chairman of the Avada Group. Mr. Mittal, thank you for speaking to us at News 9. A rather exciting budget, I must say, at this point, and your first takeaways from it.
So my first takeaway is that ma'am put the money into every citizen's pocket by being very progressive on tax reform and increasing the exemption limit to 12 lakhs. In addition to that, she has focused very extensively on PM's pet mission of Atmanirbhar Bharat and net zero targets. So she has allocated a lot of funds around Make in India. In our sector of green energy, she has focused on building transmission equipments locally in India, wind machines and all its component, solar cells. You talk about batteries, reducing duties to zero on equipments which is needed to make these products locally in India. So there was focus on improving manufacturing capability of India and then balancing out the grid and energy security by investing 20,000 crore to get SMR going in India locally, then 100 gigawatt of nuclear by 2047, is encouraging the states that you would get more ability to borrow 0.5% of your GSDP if you reform the distribution sector and you build more local network of transmission line. Is a very, very good step because central government is investing heavily into the transmission network through ISTS network, but many states have not upgraded their network for many years. So this step should actually help to distribute more and more power within the state, and wherever the land is possible, you would be able to evacuate by developing solar and wind project where it is feasible. So if you look at overall, the budget was quite balanced. It gave the blueprint for next 4 years in terms of government's vision that government is going to adopt technology to build the Viksit Bharat. So what I liked most besides tax exemption was their focus on AI, because I very strongly believe that we are in the era that where AI is going to change to artificial general intelligence in next 5 years, and India needs to have its own AI platform which is strong, robust. And if you look at, many countries have been able to train the foundation model at a very nominal cost. So government has put the money where its vision is, and that's going to build a new Viksit Bharat where our younger generation is ready to adopt the technology and excel into the technology driven world.
You know, you've brought out two very important points with regards to both AI and green energy. These are two areas that the Prime Minister as well has consistently spoken about, especially how India needs to, be not just a developing country, but a developed country soon, the Viksit Bharat dream by 2047. When we speak of this very budget, what would you say is missing, or what more needs to be done on both these fronts by the government to give that push and bring India into the game wherein they catch on with the other global powers in this very sectors?
So I think what is needed now, that if you have to be Viksit Bharat by 2047, we should be investing for infrastructure for 2030, 2035 today. We can't be just thinking 1 year ahead into the game. What we need to do, the biggest bottleneck worldwide is the transmission network. And we should be building huge transmission capacity wherever we have land and bring down the cost of electricity for manufacturing to such a low level that we become globally the most competitive. And it's possible. Today our levelized cost of electricity using solar, wind, hybrid and storage is almost half the cost of coal-based power plant. So once you are able to reach to that level, now what is needed is massive deployment so that his dream of Viksit Bharat can be achieved in 2047, and localization of manufacturing. One of the biggest bottleneck is skilled manpower, which he has addressed by increasing the seat in IIT, setting up a lot of skill institute, sponsoring even on the AI. And I think now the time has come that Indians are the biggest consumer for Gmails of this world, Google of this world, Instagram of this world, X of these world, why not to build these platform locally? And even the content which is required, like I was looking at some data, 32 or 33% of user on YouTube is Indian, and probably 60 to 70% of those data resides in some other country. Even if we focus on localizing those content locally in India, then what is going to happen? We will see a data center boom unparalleled. And that boom can be supported by green power coming from solar, wind, pumped storage and batteries. And that would be transformative because it will create crores of job and another supply chain which is currently missing.
Yes, a push for Make in India as well in this entire
Yeah,
sectors.
because why should I just be a consumer society? Why should I not be having my own Google, my own Gmail, my own Instagram, my own X? How
next
can
step.
we be dependent purely on other countries? Like when you are going and using proximity or chat GPT, they are knowing our thinking sequence and they are able to predict how we think and why should we be so vulnerable. So I think this is step towards having the 5 AI Institute, IT minister announcing even before budget that India is going to build its own foundation model are very positive step, and I think the time has come that the all Indian data should be stationed locally in India and Atmanirbharta in data, because data is going to be the new oil and new energy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mithul, for speaking to us. A positive budget is what the takeaway has been for the Avada Group chairman. Well, this is Riya Kundu for News 9 with camera person Ramanjeet.